Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you something that I found at Goodwill just this past Tuesday. You know, I've been recycling Christmas cards on many of my videos. And if you're just now joining me or finding my channel and you want to join in on this and you didn't save your Christmas cards from last year, you can always go to your Goodwill or your thrift stores and check and see what they have. I have this wonderful score. Like I said, I just found this past Tuesday on half price day these cards that we can recycle. So check yours. And also it's garage sale season, and I bet a lot of people are going to be having Christmas stuff out in it early in the season. So go ahead and check your stores and your garage sales and see what you can find. I got this much. You can see this big stack. It was a total cost to me of $2. It was 3 packs. One of the packs was $2, and then the other 2 packs were $1 each, and so it was half price day. So I got them all for $2, which is pretty awesome. So I'll start off with some of the ones on top. Like I said, there are 3 packs. I sorted them out so they're all mixed together in here. Some of these I personally won't be using or recycling, but I think I'm going to put them up on my Etsy shop or my eBay shop and see if I can sell them that way. This is for you, Reverend Father. They're brand new, and I think they're vintage. These are Hallmark. A lot of the cards in this package is from Hallmark, or are from Hallmark. So anyway, there's 3 of these that are the same. And then we have some cards for the Jewish holidays. And these look vintage. If you can see that there's some yellowing, it's probably hard to tell with the lighting, but there's some yellowing on the back of the cards and on the envelopes. So there's 2 of these that match. And then there's 2 of these that match as well. And I believe those are Hallmark as well. And they're brand new. If I can't sell them, this is a really pretty color blue to use as a background. Or I can just save them and give them to my Jewish friends when the holidays come around. This is a Hanukkah one, which is really, really pretty. These look like patches that are sewed on. But they're not. They're just part of the cardstock. And that's another Hallmark. So I have those. I will set those aside. I'm not sure what I'll do with them. I can recycle them, or I can just give them to my Jewish friends. Then I have some other ones here. These are some assorted ones. This one I thought was adorable. Makes me want to have a secret pal just to give it to a secret pal. It's from your secret pal, and it's a Christmas card. And it's a Hallmark. And then these are some all occasion cards. They look very vintage. The inside is a little bit yellowed. It's really, really pretty. This one was cute. It says tissues. And it says hankering for you. I really like that. It's the doggy and a cat. And then this one is, this looks vintage as well. It's a little bit of yellowing on the inside. I don't have dates on all of them and very much info, but they look to be and maybe from the 90s or maybe even sooner. That one's blank inside, but that would be really pretty embellished. And then that's really pretty. This was on top of one of the packages, and that's what caught my eye. I absolutely love this card. It is so pretty. It's just this cute little mouse, and it's a Mother's Day card. But if I didn't want to give it to a godmother, I could always cut out this part here and cut that piece away, and then the mouse would be left, and it would be just an adorable card to make for somebody. There's 3 of these little chick cards. I may be little great grandma. They're really cute. These are definitely vintage. That's adorable. These are also by Hallmark. I tried Googling the numbers and the different things to try to find out what year they were or find out more about them, but I could not find them. I could not find a card at all like this online. So this one I might end up using for, or putting up on eBay or Etsy, because it says I may be little great grandma, and there's not much way to cover that up unless you have a great grandma to send it to. And then there's some grandfather cards. This one here could be cut apart, and this could be used as the main Christmas card. And then there's these that remind me of cards from like the 80s maybe. They have this clear plastic on them, maybe from the 90s. They're really cool. And these are all Hallmark as well. And there's two of these that are the same with that same clear plastic on top. Very cool. Or acetate, I guess it would be. There's two of these. This is a grandmother's card. I'm not going to go through every single one, but these are really neat as well. You could cut out the inside and use this frame. It looks like the flowers are embroidered. They're really pretty. And there's two mother-in-law cards. The flowers on these are gorgeous. This one here opens up like that, so you have a whole lot of those roses to use. And then we're getting into the Christmas cards now. This one here I thought was very vintagey. You can, I don't know if you can see the inside, it's quite yellowed. It's very, very pretty. Love that. And then we have that. We have a couple that have boats. This is a sailboat. Very cool. We have these two that are almost made out of paper. They're not very thick, but they look very vintagey, and it's almost like a textured paper. It's really pretty. But there's two of those. And then this little one doesn't look too vintage, maybe 90s or early 2000s. Probably more like early 2000s. This one here has some texture on it. It looks like a canvas that was painted. And again, I'm guessing some of these are early 2000s, some of these. Nothing super fancy, nothing super vintage. There's a neat. But you could find I'm sure you could find something like this at your own thrift store or at a garage sale and use them to recycle into new cards. These I thought were really cute. There's 3 exact matches. So those are neat. And then there's this one that's embossed. It's very textured on the front. Very cool. I'm not sure it's very vintage. It's not yellowed at all. And then we have some of these, which I'm guessing are early 2000s. And these probably came in a an assorted pack, not very expensive, just regular cards. I can either keep them intact with, the back and the inside, since that's all there, and then embellish the front, rather than taking them apart and recycling the whole card. And again, I think many of these are copyright 2005. I was going to say they look like early 2000s. And these are all the same brand. I'm assuming they were in an assorted pack. I'll just flip through them. They're really kind of pretty, and I can keep the insides intact since they haven't been used, and just embellish the front, make them into new cards. And I think some of these, I think these two match, or two that match. I think they were in an assortment. You used to get those at the 5 and dime, the different assortment packs. Then there's a whole stack of these. They kind of have gold. It's almost a shimmery gold, but not quite. And mistletoe. I guess I have them upside down. Let's do it this way. There we go. And the inside has a nice saying. And they're from Greenville Press. Like I said, I have a whole stack of them. I counted them. I think there's 13. They're not all perfect, so I will put together maybe a set of 8 or something. See, some of these have some discoloration. Maybe put some up on Etsy and then recycle the rest. And those with the discoloration I would definitely recycle. And here's another set of cards. This fabric almost looks like a linen. It is textured. It's really neat. And these are from Current. And there's a whole bunch of these. There's actually more of these down in the bag. Here's a couple little ones. This one here reminds me of a vintage style card, but I don't think it's that old. Okay, now we're getting into the ones, I guess, that were signed. It looks like that there was this Mrs. Warren. She signed most of the rest of the cards in this pack and probably never gave them out. And also some were signed by Aunt Mary and probably never given out. So I don't know if it's the same person. But these I could definitely cut them apart and recycle those. And let me take these out. Here we go. And there's all of these have been signed by Mrs. Warren or Aunt Mary. And these are really cute. The sheep. That's kind of different. This one here has felt and some gold on it. It's really, really pretty. I don't have to do much to that one. And then we have some bells and a church. A lot of these are embossed. They have a nice texture on the front. And a lot of them are from this Fantas paper products. And I believe they made assortment packs. This one here looks very vintage. It's, yeah, it is kind of yellowed on the inside. So that one might be vintage. And then we have this one, which is a basket of poinsettias. And I bet Mrs. Warren was also a grandma, because a lot of them are signed by grandma as well in the same handwriting. We have one of these that are blank, but then this one was signed. And then a whole bunch more of these that were signed by Mrs. Warren. And then the rest of this pack is envelopes. And quite a few of them are actually good envelopes, but some of them, being so old, have sealed shut. And some were sealed shut and someone tried to open them and they were ripped. So some of them I'm not going to be able to use. The ones that are cleanly sealed shut, I might try to steam open or see if I can get them to open. I would use them for myself. I would not put, you know, these in with ones that I sell. But I could reuse this for myself and tape it shut for my recipient. But a lot of them are yellowed and a lot of them are sealed shut just from age. So we've got all different sizes of envelopes in here. I have a red one. One of them or two of them have an address on them, so I don't want to show that. But there are some in the back here. I sorted them out that are still good. So there are quite a few envelopes that are still good. So don't be discouraged if you're watching my recycling videos and you don't have any cards to recycle. Just head on out to the thrift store or to the yard sales and see what you can find. I bet you can find some cards to recycle. Even if they're new cards in an assorted pack, you can take them apart and recycle right along with me. And remember, if you start now and you recycle about 1 card a week, you'll have about 30 cards for Christmas. So please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up and stick around and watch for some videos where I actually recycle some of these cards and join me. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you and bye-bye.